Well, hello there, friends. Uh, this is going to be kind of a new experience for us. We are a group of people who run a D&D campaign. I myself am the DM, and we've been so reliable as far as everybody showing up and having a good time, and we've been having so much fun ourselves. We've decided that we want to put it on the internet for everybody else to criticize and make fun of us. Most of us are semi-new. I myself am new to DMing. They tell me that I'm doing decent, but it's also just me sweating behind the DM screen and hoping they don't realize how bad I'm messing everything up and how much of it is improv. But they all start at level 7. I say start even though we did start at level 1, so that tells you kind of how far and how long we've actually been playing together. So you're going to be jumping in when they're level 7. They're just escaping from what we would call a dungeon. There's more to it, which also cues up to that any pertinent information or things that I feel like are important for you guys to understand as you're watching, I'll just plug in up in this little corner up here when the actual video starts playing. You'll see there's a blank space up here for me to put in like where we'll record dad jokes, or when someone says something repetitively throughout the entirety of the episodes, we'll put a counter up there, or I can drop in like little informational tips for you who are watching. We're still kind of fine-tuning the audio and the video, like this Yeti mic over here I just got, so that makes things a little bit better as well. There's 6 players. We have a paladin halfling, a barbarian turtle, a cleric elf, a kobold warlock, a human fighter, and a human or a half-elf, maybe an elven druid. Wow, I can't remember. I should really know that. Oh my goodness. We may swap out a few for people as if they feel like they can't continue to commit to the making of the videos and such, which isn't a big deal, but they've been very reliable thus far. We joined them just after escaping the dungeon. I will also mention that it does not look at all like when they first went in there, so there's already some kind of mystery going on, as well as with the conclusion of that major resolution that they just finished. They have a few secrets from each other. I can't think of a single one that hasn't disclosed everything that's going on with their characters, so that adds some extra drama in there as well. Aside from that, there may be some guest appearances from our cats. We have 3 of them. This one likes to be a part of things almost constantly. We can't get her. Oh yeah, she's having a terrible time. But oh, my mic! Oh god, my camera! Okay, all right, I'll edit that out. But anyways, yeah, let's get started with the episode.
We can figure out where they are by using the sending stones. If they're still alive, how much time has passed.
He might be not born yet.
Just find out what happened.
Do you want to try and use the sending stone?
Oh no, Sacha.
Are we all in the same?
Oh, Sacha's
Yeah, you
just
guys
a
all
baby.
land in like a pile. Some of you on your feet, a few of you like on your backs or face, as you rematerialize outside of the area that you're in.
I think it would be a. Just like watching.
And you guys see as Geeko fiddles with
It's
these
great.
objects that fell.
It's
Can I-
definitely probably not the
I'll
way
say
it goes, I think,
Geeko.
Are we here each other?
Hey, bud.
Yeah, you guys are all around each other again now.
Just on the ground.
So that was
Jonas,
weird.
this is exactly
Can I
like
use the stone
when you
that
guys
we
used to
used
get sent
talk-
out
the
on like
talking stone?
training sites before.
Oh yeah.
Geeko
I
takes
usually
the
landed
sending
fine, but not
stone
today.
Yeah.
Oh.
and he turns it on.
No,
and
you
says,
still
"Yo."
something to know.
Okay.
So
No
was that-
answer.
So is that normal?
It broke.
That seemed odd.
Can I?
Oh,
This is the
That
thing
thing
that
that
happens
happened.
every now and again
Yeah.
to us.
I'll give it to you.
Oh.
Okay.
And then I'll say into
Sometimes I have a British accent.
Oh.
Sometimes I don't.
it's still gonna work.
It
Right?
seems to come and
I mean, it's
go.
still activated. It's not like it.
Okay.
Just like you
I'll
always
be like-
do.
Hagen, Hagen, are you there?
There is no answer.
Geeko told you.
Pagan,
You wanna listen to Geeko?
Pagan, are you there?
No one wants to listen to Geeko the Freak.
There is no answer.
Are you
Excuse me?
actively
Geeko
keeping
the
her from
Freako.
sending things to her lover?
I
Or what
gave
is
her
happening?
the sending.
Oh, you
Hey,
gave
are
it to
you
her. Oh,
there?
I thought you were still talking into it,
No.
going, "Oh, Geeko don't care. Geeko
No,
can give a fuck about this."
Pagan,
No answer.
Hagen, are you there?
There is no
Look,
answer.
I am not good at
Hagen?
copying
Oh
other
my God.
Hagen, are you there? I'm just gonna walk
Copying
around
other
in
people's
circles. You know, you
design.
gotta walk around in circles to
You're like holding the stone up.
to
Like,
triangulate.
hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
You do that.
Hagen.
That's
Hagen,
the
are
old
you there?
T-Mobile commercial.
Jonas, roll nature.
Doing it. What's my nature?
Probably pretty fucking good, my guy.
6.
Okay.
That's
I
pretty
roll,
fucking good.
21.
You look smug.
So
Sorry.
this area
How about that?
seems familiar. You initially didn't recognize it because of this grass and flowers and trees
Is this where I had my trust fall?
and the mountainside. This is where the door used to be to home. You guys are immediately outside where you entered.
Well, that was trippy.
What year is it?
Can I?
The guy rides by on his fucking.
Do the flowers
What year
actually
is
look
it?
the same?
What's that?
Do the flowers and stuff look the same where they grow?
No. So it looks like actually like some of these flowers are like placed on these rocks. Like somebody came, like picked these flowers and brought them here and placed them on these rocks. Yes.
Could I use my
Where did we come
acrobatic check?
What year were we in
Climb
before
up
this
a tree to try to see if I can
It was like
see out.
1477 or some shit like that.
Yeah, we had, like,
Acrobat,
ascertained it, and
sure.
I don't remember now. I thought it was 1300.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll be able to climb up to the tree, and when Jonas says something, you also are like, yeah, so you like climb up the tree, and you could see that like this terrain is familiar. This you're outside of home though now.
Do I
What
s-
was barren seems forested.
Can I
It
roll?
seems we have not moved far in place.
Can I
Well, if
Roll
you stay in one place, then typically you don't
to
move
see if
forward.
that harpy is still
But I
Oh yeah,
feel
no.
we
With
have
I mean,
moved
from the
far
top of the
in
tree,
some
you
other
no.
sense.
There's no harpy. You
no
don't see
harpy
harpy.
there or anything?
Yeah, no.
You mean in
What,
time?
can I see
course,
the
I
way
guess
towards the village?
Unfortunately,
Hmm?
no.
Could I see
Yeah.
the
So
cell phone?
so from the trees, you see that it's a short distance, about the same distance from.
What year is
And you can't see it because of the trees, but you see treetops, a gap where you remember the road to be, and then treetops again.
I would suggest we find.
We go to the
How many
gap.
flowers are
civilization.
there?
What's that?
How many clusters of flowers?
Oh, there's so many flowers. It seems like in different stages of withering
How-
too. Like
how far was
people must regularly come
the
here
town?
to do this.
I
Like a
say
day,
that we
Let's
make our way
return
to
back to
town.
Boomtown.
How's this shit smell?
It smells
smells-
like
it
smells like
smells fine.
flowers. Yeah.
Smells fine. There's no
She
evil
was
stank.
asking how evil it smells.
Yeah, I was like, there's no stankaroni going on?
No,
often?
no.
Okay.
In one of the stones,
That's what I was about to do. Fuck you.
in like one of the like large boulders, you see carved with what seems like a chisel or a knife. It says,
You got a 17.
"Cherish the living." Nope, I messed that up. Remember the dead and cherish the living.
Ooh,
Go
ooh.
pee, cause I gotta pee. Go.
I've heard that.
I also
Maybe hear the important
I've heard
things.
that.
You got a whole line.
Are there any other notes within the flowers?
It's written on, it's scrawled. So like here's where home used to be, and it's scrawled on kind of like stones that were placed on both sides. Like I'm not gonna say obelisks because they're not like carved or anything like that. Just like
I don't know if
large
it's been
boulders.
said to us, but it's been said to me.
It's said to you.
What?
Remember the dead, but cherish the living.
Yes. It was said to me and to you, but you weren't there as you at that point.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Also, it was just common sense. Unless you're a terrible
We've
person.
been dead for
Like-
a while now, according to the flowers.
Yes.
Wait, what? What?
According to the flowers, we've been dead for a while.
I'm sorry.
Tico right here.
We've been dead. So we went. Time has passed. A lot of time.
If there's very
Sasha! No!
No, my ass!
No, my poor old ass! Oh!
Right. So I say we make.
very saggy now.
Let's
You need extra support.
let's make our way towards
This
town.
really chaps my ass.
Let's go to Poontown. I mean, or let's go check on me in. I have some heads to mount.
Let's go.
All right, so we all in agreement to start heading towards the road.
Okay. Yep. That's what I was trying to say this whole time.
All
I'm
right.
up to bubbly. I haven't drank in
Look, I am-
years, apparently.
Let's roll for a random encounter.
been happy.
No, Gary.
Oh no!
Gary's the only one.
I
that
rolled a
rolls.
1.
This is
You
the
do that.
terrible quest you're going to send me upon. And I hate every bit of it. Poor
As you're wandering through the forest, a man in a robe appears, and he tries to sell the party a magic wand for 100 gold
I'm fucking buying it.
from his robe
I can't
of many wands. And you guys will see he opens his robe up, and there's just like rows of fucking wands.
His
in there.
robe of many wands.
He calls it the Castle Destroyer 1000.
Oh.
Like the Nimbus 2000.
It's a little bit better than the 800, but
This
not as good as the 15.
wand
That fucking voice.
is the Castle Destroyer 1000.
It's not the same version.
Very powerful. Would you like 100 gold?
Does our gold transcend time?
I'll do it.
No, you guys still have all your gold. You're gonna pay the 100 gold?
Guys, we should go split it.
Yes, I would like to get change as we get the thing, and I would like to like look at the change that he gives us
20 gold
so that
each.
we could see how it looks.
Is the gold different? Is what he wants.
Yes, I want to know
Oh,
if they have
right.
a
So
date imprint.
you
on
don't want to
that
hand
shit.
him septums and get back orange or something like that. I got you.
What?
Yeah, no, it seems like so you give him 101 gold, right? Are you paying for it fully?
No, we're
Matt's
all
gonna buy it.
putting it together, and then he's gonna
Whoa.
So, but
what?
I don't want to buy.
Here
it.
we go.
Man. Matt
like,
said he would.
"Ugh."
pay
Matt
for it.
said he wanted it.
If you want it, you can buy it. You can buy it.
I'll
What
break
else
it.
you got?
I'll break it into pieces while I get
I
pieces
have
of it.
That's
The
not
Castle
what we want.
Destroyer.
I'd like to buy a 5% stake.
2,000, and he opens up his other
And
rope.
for that
He was
reason,
about to rip
I'm
us
out.
off. He was about.
But you
to-
notice it's exactly the same, like they're all fucking almost like factory made.
Kiko know about these castle destroyers. I want the 7,000.
Oh, yes. And then he gets up and he reaches in and he's
That's
like,
the good one.
oh, and he pulls out like this really little one,
It's extra warm.
like noisy cricket style Men in Black, and he's like, you must be careful with this one.
Can I hold it for 11?
Not until I get my gold.
Fine, sir. Can you tell us the year?
What?
Can you tell us the year?
Ah, yes, by my calculations, it's Sunday.
Can you tell us? What year was it when we came here?
We don't know.
What's
I
up?
think it was like 1477.
100 gold? Okay.
Give me the stick.
So he hands you the stick.
Yeah.
Sir, can you tell us how long ago was 1477?
1477?
Isn't that the year we agreed on?
477.
Was it 477?
Oh, you guys are talking about the year that you first started?
No, we're talking about the year that we were just in before we came here.
It was 1375.
Can you tell us how far away the year 1375
You
is?
say, yes, my good sir, it's Sunday.
What?
Anybody else want a wand?
How long ago was 1375?
Wait, can I roll
Uh,
perception on
is
his
that
wand?
military time or
That's a year.
Can I roll perception on his wand?
your year?
I want to.
I am a history buff, sir.
Identity.
Gary, can I
He's like, what? And he listens to the
can
wand.
I
He's
roll
like,
perception on
no,
his
shut
wand?
up. Yeah, you can roll a perception check on the wand. What are you percepting?
You see the.
If it's
Yeah, we'll just
legit.
go back to the town. And
I
see
mean,
how old the
it
town's
looks
been.
exactly like all the other
Is he
wands,
scamming us?
but it still seems to be made of
The
wood.
town's day.
That would
Well,
be an insight
The
check.
town
on
is
the
less
man.
than a day.
I rolled a
What are
7.
you
Less than
talking
a day?
to?
Yeah,
I
seems
was-
legit.
I was just in the PP.
I-
The guy seems like he's fucking crazy,
3
but
hours away.
they're wands.
When were you born, sir?
Identify on the wand.
On a Sunday.
Can somebody just tell me who we're talking to? Cause
Some crazy old man trying to sell wands.
There's there's a random
It's
guy.
chaotic.
Sir,
The
what?
energy that you're getting from the wand, you suspect that not even he might know what happens when you cast it.
Can I roll an Arcana?
You can, yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, your answer might not be much different from that.
No, I was gonna say that, but my Arcana's +0.
We can still roll relatively high on them.
Yeah, but
The wand.
I've got so many wands, and he takes out. And he's got like one between like Wolverine.
I already
How old is this wand?
Oh goodness, which one? This one?
The 7,000. What year would you say it was made?
I just made this one while we were talking, and you'll see a wand materialize again between his fingers. And but this one I've had since I was a boy.
And when was that? When you were a boy? You look a year over 40.
Goodness, give me a second.
When were you born?
And you'll see you'll pull up his like to look, and there's like more wands. He's like, I was a boy Sunday.
I told you it was gonna be Sunday. I fucking called
Who
it.
wants a wand?
I feel it's time to go.
Oh yeah, do you? You sure you want to find out if it's Sunday or not? It's probably not even fucking Sunday today.
Good sir.
And I forgot to describe him. White dude, long beard, white hair.
Dumbledore.
Fucking think
I was gonna
Gandalf
say
the
Gandalf.
Grey though. Yeah.
Good
Or
sir.
Dumbledore, yeah.
Have you heard of the town of Poontown?
Yes, I used to visit that quite
Back
in the day.
Have you ever been to Don's Fort?
Yeah,
No, it's Don's Hole.
Don's Hole?
Never
Don's Hole.
heard of it.
Yes.
Don's Hole?
Told.
It was Don Fort, by the way, and also I'm too depressed to talk.
I used to know a woman named Dawn, and she had quite a hold on my wand. Hey, would you like to buy a wand?
Right. Let's get. I'm just gonna slowly back away. So I'm gonna start walking towards town.
Have
Too
it
depressed,
your
I'm
way
just
then.
looking sad
If
in
you
the back,
need me, I
making
will
little
be gone.
noises.
And he like flips his cloak around and like immediately like swirls into the form
There is-
of a
there's
hawk
nothing
or
can
an
be
eagle,
derived
whichever
about
you guys like more,
birds
and starts to like
from this
flutter away.
Eccentric.
Wildly
Alright.
eccentric man cannot help us in any of our.
He was Potter, but grown
Geeko,
up.
would you like to use your wand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll point out.
Was that bitch an Aarakocra?
Okay.
That would bust me on my depression. Was that guy an Aarakocra?
No, he
No, he
he
didn't look like
polymorphed
old-
into
He didn't look like old Potter.
Like Potter?
Right?
No.
No, okay, because I've decided that that's my like.
He looked
weird
like your
nemesis.
typical
so,
fucking
That is your
wizard
nemesis.
until he went to a hawk. So you're gonna
It's like your cat
point the
hammer.
wand at
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Winston.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
Okay.
get the reference?
Why are you pointing the one at me?
You're the tank.
I write nerd trivia. Listen.
So if anything happens, I'll take the hit.
Yeah, yeah. That's what.
Okay.
What if it backfires?
Find a town.
Try and gatekeep me.
I want to know where we are.
Sorry, I
I want
can
to know
solve that
when
for
we
you.
are.
I do.
Why don't we just go back to town?
All right.
I don't
So,
feel such
As you
presence
pointed at
anymore.
Winston,
Time level, my person is 7.
you feel yourself freeze as 3 beams of cold light hit you straight in your fucking face, and you're gonna take
Oh.
He wanted to know what it did, so he used it.
Oh, I thought you meant like all of our faces, and I was like.
14 cold damage as it sprays out from the wand.
That's hot.
Quite the opposite.
That's very chill.
Or you can hit roll.
Cool.
That is the average.
Now I'm at 80.
When you cast the spell,
No, it's 4.5.
you felt the wand
Shut up.
rattle a little before kind of settling on what you think it might have been
Just roll
a choice, and then shooting out the cold at him.
That one was like, no.
All right,
Wait, no.
moving right along. You guys, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to monologue and talk to each other while I go make a sissy real quick. But you're gonna start making your way towards the road so you can head towards town.
I don't care about anything. I'm just gonna keep
Water? Yeah.
walking.
Geeko is holding it.
No,
Oh,
talk
you're
to
depressed.
each other. None of you guys know each other's backstory.
As we're walking,
And I don't
ask
smell it
Nico about
either.
his backstory.
Yar, it's okay.
Like,
There'll be plenty of
helped us
asses
along
in
on
the
our
scene.
journey so far.
There's only one
Geeko
ass
has
for
a
me.
key.
Do you want
Yar,
to
that's how I
take
got
the
this
Nico?
splash. A few pints, so
I
fix
don't
that
think
problem.
Winston knows about the key.
I'm
No
endlessly,
pipes.
endlessly
Secret.
consumed
Do
in
you know all the pieces?
wonder
I'll
about
Geeko
what
with key.
fucking year we are in
You
right
can
now.
have 2 pieces. I'll have 4
You
pieces.
see, Sacha was
That's
not an
not
ass at
We'll
all.
see who gets there first. Okay,
Well,
you can have.
You gotta deal with all
We
6.
can each have a
She
piece.
was very dear to me, and I am not
Yeah,
sure
let me have a piece.
why.
Madam,
You guys figure out what your piece
if
is.
there's anything we've learned on our
Mine's the
travels,
bottom.
it's that whatever year you are
No, yours
in,
is
it
the
will
last
be
piece
the
that
year
slides
you
in.
are
No,
for
mine's the
long.
bottom.
So your ass gas may or may not be gone to you forever.
No.
Well, that's good because you know
I think I know how to do
I
it.
think it's a
we're
triangle.
pretty sad.
No, it's just.
Thank you.
No, it's a star.
I wish I had something better.
What?
Most of my friends are animals, and they're all dead now.
I can show you how to do it.
Well, that's
I
inspirational.
am
Jim.
sorry for
Jim,
your
we need your
loss.
piece.
Jim, I got this.
We
You
need
truly know how it is to bond
Pico
with
gave all
an
of you
animal.
guys a piece.
Wait,
To really.
Mostly
Jim,
I like
greedy.
connect
You
to
have
the
one.
mostly
Can I
I
see
like
that?
them more
Solid.
than any of you.
Can I smell it?
Sorry to say,
Joey, can
most
I
of
please?
my life is spent with
Can I
animals.
please
Only
hold
John.
the
There is
piece?
no need to be
John?
sorry.
Can you smell that piece for me?
Does it smell evil?
She's asking if it smells. She smells it. Does it smell evil when she smells it?
Do you touch your nose to it when you smell it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
she-
put it
yes,
in your
she
butt? Did you put this in your butt? Is that why?
She
when I
asks
touch
that.
My nose
She
to
asks
you?
if it's in his butt.
Geeko, respond to
no,
her.
No, hold on. I have to be with the accent. Did you put that in your buttocks? And that is why you decided to touch it to my
Big
nostrils.
boy told me to make you smell it.
Or I would never make you smell his airs.
Did you put it on your own genitals?
I would never.
What? Why were you all laughing?
Or he wouldn't
Why-
hand it over, but he'd let you smell it.
Why?
Is it daytime or
Or
nighttime?
may I smell that?
It is daytime, and not
What
only
does
is
your
it daytime,
nose do?
it is a
Here
fucking
you are.
exceptionally nice day.
You tricked Geeko.
Like the birds are chirping, the
Asshole.
wind is like just enough to keep the
Arts.
bugs off of you. The sun
Old
it
people,
peeks
we
through
must
the
be
trees and it kisses your skin as you walk along.
Can
Like-
I
That's reaffirmed
understand if it's the
choice.
same season as when we left?
Oh no! With the season when you guys left, it seemed it was creeping towards winter. This seems the beginning of spring now.
While we leave,
Why don't
I'm
they
gonna grab
publish
one
newspapers
flower
in this era?
and put it
You
in
know,
her hair.
that's all
Put it
I'm
in Al's
saying.
hair.
Oh,
We can
Yeah.
just look at it.
Al, he gave you a flower.
Yeah, to look beautiful for my boy.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Oh
Okay.
no.
It's so easy.
Eno's dead. Oh no.
Okay,
I thought you were talking about pagan. You know.
I mean pagan, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all dead. No.
ham it
They're all
up.
dead.
Wait, you
We
gotta
got-
cry a little bit. Here, sing one.
All right,
There
you
you go.
guys.
Oscar time.
Let me know when you guys are done learning about each other.
Oh.
Please do learn about each other, though.
Should we like
Or
Me-
let's
me-
look
We
for
did
the
some
marks.
good
Wait.
amounts in the
Me and
back.
Like,
Geeko,
physically?
Gary, I checked for a mark.
me and Geeko were. Me and
Joey.
Geeko.
No, you don't see one.
Geeko.
Do we know anything about Geeko, the Freako?
That's what I was just.
Let me talk! Oh, I'm sorry, leader.
Geeko, please tell us about yourself.
I'm a kobold.
Oh wow.
I'm a wizard.
Wow.
I do spells.
So
That's
cool.
pretty
Yarn,
bad.
what a backstory.
What about-
Geeko, how long have you been
Where-
visiting?
Yeah.
Couple months now.
Where are you from?
Had to be hit.
A cave up north. Yeah,
Where up north?
it's a little more.
What be the name of said cave?
It's a bunch of kobolds.
Cobalt Cave. Got it.
Geeko, if you don't mind my asking, when
Kobold cave.
Ah, yes, I'm very familiar with Cobalt Cave.
don't mind my asking, when were you born?
Or it be where the kobolds be.
Yeah, and I heard of an exceptional lizard wizard from there.
What year?
Or a lizard wizard.
No,
Whoa, dude, you
You're
can't
not.
just ask a guy his age.
kobolds don't
What?
keep track of dates.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's really convenient.
it's nice.
How many seasons do you
Are you asking?
have passed?
Are you like talking to the sky, like?
Kobolds in a cave. You don't have no season?
He's got you there.
I think you need all.
So you're totally bewildered by my question, and I just move on to a different line of question.
Speaking of, I forgot to answer you guys' question. I gotta figure out how to roleplay this.
Do there be marks on people?
I
check for invisible marks.
As each of you kind of like toy with this device that you guys are trying to like sort through, these pieces that you're trying to put together, as each of you touch it for the first time, you hear two words inside your head. Let me.
What?
And then you never hear them again, regardless
Let
of how
me?
much you touch
What
it.
was the word?
Let me.
It's Widget.
Oh my
Let
god.
me help you.
Or can I see one of them pieces?
Oh, so
Wait,
me and
wait,
Lexi are
wait.
the only
I
ones
just
who
got- I just
understand
got
that.
it.
Or let me
Yeah, the
see.
rest of you guys just be like, what? Did you say?
Just
Did you say something? Who's got an accent in here?
I'm gonna
Um,
look slightly.
but like Kelly and
I
you're
will
gonna hear the
say
same
out-
thing.
I will
And then
say
go back
out
to
loud,
looking sad. I just
loudly,
wanna let everybody-
Widget, I will let you help us in whatever way you can.
Or
Nothing.
watch me a widget.
Nothing happens.
This is Sasha.
Nothing happens. This is the best friend I've ever had.
What's be a widget though? I've never seen one.
He'd be a floating creature that helps us. And
Was
A
it
bird.
that weird pile that
Or
was
he'd
at
be
the
a
back
pirate.
of the room
A
when we
parrot,
teleported
that's
there,
it.
that weird place that they called home?
Parents talk.
But it
upon
was
arriving
not
at this
good.
place called home, there was a dead creature. Unfortunately, when you saw me
It's
drop
very
to my knees and in tears, that was the creature.
That was your friend.
Widget. That was the best friend I've ever had.
Oh, and that's that
Was it
shit.
feet?
That shit.
A
that
sail.
demon.
Lexi, you look
That's
thoroughly
evil
unentertained in this
frog
camp.
powder.
I believe he was a
He
floof,
slew
but-
him. I have heard from him that that's what happened.
The Great Betrayer.
The great betrayer who was once
What
on
a
our
piece
team.
of shit. What an absolute.
Roll
Just-
perception.
Shiv.
What, me?
Two-
Oh, I'm not
two
paying
buttons.
attention. I'm too sad about Sasha right now.
We're rolling perception.
No one else is perceiving, so.
I'm really.
Oh, I'm
I
perceiving
can if
the
you
best
want, but
16.
I'm just letting you know.
Are you super sad about Sasha?
16.
I'm super sad about Sasha right now. I don't feel her in
16.
my.
16?
21.
21.
Rolling perception
I'm
for
pretty sure
what?
it's 21. My
Okay.
perception is 6.
Alright.
I think yours is-
So, you two hear a bit of a commotion as you start to approach the road.
Oh.
As you peer through the trees, there is a comically small wagon as it's kind of trying to make its way along the road.
It's a good sized wagon.
No.
Comically
Well,
small.
For you, you're almost kind of like,
Oh, dude, for me. Come
It's
on.
a wagon made for my people.
Don't talk about the size that I like in wagons, okay?
no, I mean, 'cause
She rides around
Smaller.
on huge beasts. Okay.
it's a really small wagon, but there's nothing funny about it.
Thank
No,
you.
she attacked someone and she's attacking me.
You guys notice two armored individuals, one male, one female, and they seem to be interrogating two goblins, a orc child, and it also seems like there's a small female kobold there as well.
I'm going.
My
You
romance
can-
interest.
Oh!
You can, you can rush out, or you can listen in on what they're saying.
Does it look
Hold up.
wait.
Can we
Does the
figure out
kobold
what we
girl
have?
look exactly like Geeko except she has a
Tits.
bow
Oh,
and then little eyelashes
Geeko
and tits
sister.
for sure. Okay.
no.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going
less
to ready
exciting,
my
but that's
bow.
fine.
Okay.
And I'm going to stealth and listen.
Roll that stealth check.
Hey, that's more.
Would everybody else also like to kind of hide along the tree line?
No.
Are you going to
I
direct
guess.
the group?
If hiding is even worth it to
If you'll
me
direct us, we'll do what you say.
Well,
Yeah, Lexi, what are you
Sasha.
telling your individuals to do?
I got 19 for stealth.
Oh,
and
hell
I'll
yeah.
let them know to like
So you'll like
You
hand
like-
signal us
hand
to.
signal like
So we
She
all.
does the.
yeah.
And do I need to roll a perception
And
to
then I'll
understand
go
those
like
things?
this.
You guys have been together long enough. You're like, yeah, got it.
And then Geeko,
Attack plan
Geeko's-
Epsilon.
Geeko's like, what? And we're gonna be like, shh.
Oh, so this we all understand this one.
Geeko, you feel next to your ear, Angel Buddy apparates just slightly, and he says,
Is there a physical representation of what we're
You
seeing
have
that
a
can
little
be?
personal cheerleader
mine.
always on your shoulder.
That's what Geeko needs.
Is
He
there
has
like
an
any way
angel
I
on
can
your
know
shoulder.
where I am and where the people are?
no.
He's gonna
Well, there
judge
is,
you
yes,
every
but I'd
time
have
you
to
do
set it
it,
up.
though.
Essentially, think about it this
I
way.
like when
You guys are just coming out. We're about to just come out of the tree lines. They are 10, 15 feet out on the road
Well, I guess-
talking
I guess
to
I
each
can
other.
have you do it.
Caravan of small creatures, two humanoid guards, either both human, half elf, something along those lines.
fucking tall people.
What be the guards' colors?
They are in
They be-
scale mail of bright shining white.
Fuck 'em. You know
Yeah.
what
Do
I'm
they be
saying?
familiar in
It's
color?
This tall.
From what you see, you feel like if you got closer, you might be able to make out some more of the details. But from this far away, it just seems like well-maintained armor.
Are we near any trees to hide behind?
Yeah, you guys are still like
We're in a
within the
forest.
trees. Yeah.
Behind
And she
your
gave you an
trees.
attack move Epsilon, which is stealth up and
Stealth
listen.
closer and listen.
I assume.
So
Yes,
if,
okay.
if I were to move like 10 feet
Yes.
closer behind the tree, could I see
Yes.
the
Let's do
colors and
initiative.
roll history
No.
on knowing what that is?
So we can
To
actually.
talk.
Yeah.
I'm not
Got
trying
it.
to talk. I'm just trying to know
No,
what
no,
the
because
colors
there's
are.
too many
I'm gonna
things.
follow
Right,
along,
right.
but I'm gonna look really sad, and I'm not really.
I
Gonna
just
pay
want to
that
get
much attention.
closer in stealth, just not to have them know who I am, and I want to get closer to see if I can roll history to understand those colors.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your history to try and
Look how
understand.
cute they are with
Oh,
their
guys, I was
hands.
looking down. I don't really know. I'll just go this way this time.
No!
I know.
We have important
We
things.
have important.
What?
Can we roll initiative to go in order to talk? Because
We
I
already
feel like
can
we're
do the same
this
thing I
way.
did because I rolled really bad.
Or just pick a side and we'll go that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, we're gonna go this way now, and
I
next
went
time we'll go that.
closer
I know I'm
to
the
people,
worst.
but behind
What's up,
the
Kiko?
tree, and I rolled
Okay.
history to understand what the colors
the
are.
wagon-
to
Hit the wrong
understand
side
what
to
they were.
sit on.
I'll look
Can
in it too.
Eco hide directly behind the wagon?
I'm gonna look.
You would have to roll
I rolled
I'm
real
not,
bad. I rolled
I'm not
like,
happy about it.
really high. Cause,
I'm
so
really
think of
good
it this
at
way:
history, you guys.
2 guards are facing that way, talking to them.
8.
They are all 4 of them, so they're all the tiny ones are gonna be looking at you as you come out of the tree line.
Could I Misty step behind?
I rolled an 8 history.
22 history.
She rolled a 22
Is it-
history.
But when you say behind the wagon, this is
I just
like I
like-
said, comically small. So like
Oh,
think like this
Eco
tall. So a
is-
guard would just be like,
fine.
what are you doing?
Following myself.
If you guys get to the tree line, you'll be able to hear their conversation.
Okay, yeah, that's what
Okay.
So I'm
We
gonna.
did it.
Sorry. We're going.
You do that.
I was gonna say when I tell them to go hide. Yes. Oh, perfect. Yes. When I tell them to go hide, I'm gonna take my bow out and make sure that they know like I'm ready.
you're thinking about.
Okay.
Dawn and I went closer and behind a tree, and I rolled a 8 history, and she rolled a 20-something history to understand what those colors are.
Okay.
It was a lot. It was
So
20
those colors.
3.
23.
22.
She
You rolled a 22.
22 history, and I rolled a bad
I'm
history.
really good at history.
You
I
know
looked up,
who-
but I was like, fine. I'll look. I won't touch.
Okay. Okay. So from just what you see the guards themselves have a tabard on, so shining white silver scale mail with a tabard that is also white. It has like a gold trim around the sides, and then a shield with a sword kind of like sheathed on the shield. Now,
Okay.
from your history, this doesn't come up.
Must be some.
It's not.
Well, it wouldn't come up for me anyway because I'm a whatever. I mean, living the.
Oh,
Yeah, it definitely doesn't come up for you, but you who rolled enough history,
Yeah.
So
this lets you know that you don't know what this is. Does that make sense?
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
part
yes.
of our
And are you a
history.
history buff?
Yes.
So
We'd
But
be in a
it's-
different
Or in the
world.
future.
Yeah.
It's not part of our history.
Or we'd be
It's
in a
not
past.
something that was
Are we in a-
about
It's actually.
Are we currently in a situation
She's
where
never
I
seen
can
that
I can
ever.
announce things, or are we trying to be quiet? and
We're
stuff?
We're
quiet.
stealthy.
You have been given the
We've been
command
told
to
to
stay
quiet.
stealthy. And while you guys are doing all this, you'll hear the guards say things along the lines of, where are you headed? Okay, do you mind if we take a look inside your wagon? And
Are you?
the goblins are muttering back and forth to themselves. You see, the male goblin kind of like has the little half-orc child behind him, which is like, and he's got a hand up, and like which is silly because the half-orc child is like easily like twice the size and stuff. So the guards are just kind of asking probing questions, while the small creatures are, you'd think, frightened. But again, the guards are asking questions along the lines of, what's your business? Where are you headed?
So the little creatures, what were they again? I'm sorry.
So there's 2 goblins,
Yeah.
a male and a female,
2 goblins. Okay.
a female kobold,
Uh-huh.
and a half-orc child.
Half orc. Okay, half orc.
They're being-
I'm sorry, no, he's a full orc child.
they're being
A
questioned.
full orc boy.
They're being
Baby
questioned by
orcs.
these
So-
guards. Are these
so-
guards like threatening as they ask, or are they?
No, they seem
What race are the guards?
pretty casual. You can't tell because like your guys are looking at their backs and their helmets, but you see from their forms and their height, average height, humanish, half
I'm
elf,
going
elf.
to.
I'd be a sick boy too.
So is this like a?
I'm
Tall-
going
tallies.
to put my stuff away, hands up, and
no,
like,
wait.
You're gonna go out. You're gonna announce us.
Let me hear their thoughts first.
These people don't exist yet.
okay.
Okay, so still going internal order. They already went, right? You're done. Maybe.
Oh yeah, we she did read our
These
history.
people don't exist yet.
Okay. I'm gonna use my medallion of thought and listen in to the leader of the small people that was telling the orc person to like.
Oh, like the little goblin.
Yeah.
Oh, the little
I wanna know
goblin
his
male.
thoughts.
How
Yeah.
can you use
What's
that?
going on?
Okay.
Today?
You know, it's for like 24 hours, I believe.
Yeah. So you're specifically looking. Did you want to do like the probe thing where you look for something specific, or just what he's thinking right
I want
now?
to know what is he hiding something in the wagon, and if so, what is it?
No. So essentially, what he is feeling right now, is like a small amount of fear, right now, but not. How do I fucking word this?
They're little kids. They're afraid of the cops.
So he's feeling a small amount of fear, but also
Me too.
it's tinged with hope as well. And his fear is directed at, let's say, the fact that they're humans,
Okay.
and then the hope is directed at the fact that they're wearing this tabard that he recognizes.
So,
So I'll let you know.
okay.
Yeah, it's the
So-
same thing.
I'm going to hands up, slowly walk out from the bushes, and be like just know them and be like, hey,
What's that going on back there behind me?
I'm gonna say, hey, I'm a little lost. Can you help me?
Lost?
That's not.
We've got signs all along the road. How are you lost?
Well,
Get behind
Amnesia.
you. And he's
Play
gesturing to
Amnesia.
the small
Play
creatures.
Amnesia.
He's like, get behind us.
Play
get
it
behind
amnesia and
us."
ask the year. Play it amnesia and ask the year.
What year is
You
it?
got hit in the
This
head.
is the female talking, by the way.
Play it amnesia and ask the year.
We'll figure out the year when we get back to town.
So who's that behind you? She says as she hears Jonas like,
22,
"That's good.
68.
What time is
Dur,
it?"
dur, dur.
so
How many of you are there? She's got her shield and her
She busts
sword
out her
out.
cell phone.
right. So they're still quiet, and I'm walking out.
I don't know. He did. He
But
did.
what-
He was whispering.
But
But
we aren't. We're go.
I didn't say it in character.
oh, okay. Did you?
When you say it with an accent,
That's-
it means you're in character, by the way.
That's
Yeah.
true.
My accent.
She raised her shield back up. Who's behind you? Come out of the forest.
It's Geeko.
You were trying to
So
do
I'm gonna say
It's
there.
just
I'm gonna.
You're like, hey,
I'm gonna like as I'm walking. I was like,
basically,
there's a group of us. We just rounded up in the forest. We are confused. We are lost. We need help.
He's lost in the forest. How long have you been out there?
We don't know.
And where did you come from?
We don't know.
You don't know. How do you not know where you came from?
I'll step out and with my
Whoa,
sword sheathed, my super god sword.
Okay.
Or she be a little bit on the specialer side. Have you heard of Toontown?
Only as a slur.
And I'm just gonna.
Or where's
my head.
me?
Just be like.
You've been
It'd
lost
still
at
be
sea.
a few.
All right, seriously, how many of you are? Everybody, come out! And she like put her sword away.
All
No,
right.
I was about to go whisper to him. We shouldn't trust them. I don't
Why not?
trust anybody. Because they're from the future, dude.
I can't wait to edit that into this.
Yes.
So she puts her sword away. And she's like, "Come out! How many of you are? What are you doing? Where are you from?"
Sir, I've been hit in the head so hard, and all I know is 1375. Can you tell me the real year?
13. Oh, you want to know what year it is?
Yes.
Sunday.
13.
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
We're in 1378, 1379 now, maybe.
1379. 4 years have passed.
What be the town just north of us?
So that's what I'm just gonna say.
Well, we have Knight's Refuge just to the north, but we're gonna have to go through the ruins of Moparsville to get there.
When did we come from? When did we come from?
Is the
really?
ye old tavern still
I
in
think I
Moparsville?
came from 1333.
What?
But
The
you
ye old
guys
tavern.
Came from 1375.
Ye old Tavern?
in
The
Locust.
Eon Inn. I'm sorry.
I think it's
Sasha's fine.
We have an inn in Knight's Refuge, but
Sacha's
no.
fine.
Parsville.
Sasha should be fine.
Moparsville is the town that came before.
Your man
That
should
place
be fine.
Wait.
was
What?
cursed.
Can you
What happened?
can
Not
you
talking
just
into
tell
it.
me, as somebody who is a player and who has forgotten Mr. DM Gary, the
Yes.
person, what year did we come from originally? Because I-
1375.
So
So
it's
I
been
was
three.
right.
It's been 3 years. I didn't
4
hear.
years.
It's been between
What
3
year
and
is
4
9
years. You guys
now?
math, yeah.
Okay, I
We
didn't hear.
mathed it up 4 years. So I was hitting the head 4 years. I feel younger.
So I'm just gonna quietly say it's been
Such a
4
man.
Yo, I
years
don't
since
think
we've
that'd be
been
happening.
Sacha may be alive,
He
but
named the town after himself.
Actually, the other guard doesn't hear you. He hears you worse.
So why wouldn't she recognize those colors?
yeah, because if
They're
it's only
from-
been 4
They're
years.
from Knights.
They're from the future.
They're from a town that did not exist 4 years ago.
So in 4 years, these colors have manifested and become super.
Let's
No
find
one
out.
to a specific
Okay, look,
town.
if a certain magistrate came in with a bunch of money, look, I've been dipping a bit into the mead, I'm sorry. But if a certain magistrate came in and
one of you
decided
got
to
hit
put
with
a
a
bunch of
rock.
money,
One of you's lost. You
I was in the
were
middle of a
drunk.
monologue.
Wait,
Been
hold
lost
on.
at sea.
I don't interrupt
There's
you.
no sea nearby.
It's been 4 years and I haven't had a bubbly.
It's been 4 years in the
Do you have any alcohol?
Guys,
Season
I
is
actually
done.
need to
It's
know
so
what you're
long.
saying because right
They're
now
all confused.
you have like 5 different stories.
That's why
they
I'm
are
trying
not
to
liking
just
this.
Look, has you
Kiko's a
have you
hostage.
seen
They
a
take him
donkey?
prisoner.
So
Are
it's
you
just,
saying this?
let's just say it's chaos. How about that?
Don't fucking.
She has ribbons in her hair. She goes by the
Save me.
name
Call
Sacha.
it
I'll fucking kill you.
Call
She's
it
a good
chaos.
donkey.
What'd you say?
Have you seen a donkey? She's a bit light. She's almost grey.
Sacha.
Sacha, the dog. She's got little bows in her hair because she likes it just so.
Yeah,
And
she's quite a fat ass. She's in town.
You still have Sacha?
I just
don't
remember
have
when
her.
Shrek said, "I'm looking."
She's
for
a
my-"
bit of a
Point me in the
local.
direction, and that is where I will go.
She's a bit of a local what?
She's a bit of a local celebrity, Sasha. She's according to legend, she's a mount of one of the 5.
The
Tell us
five.
about the 5.
The 5 guys, we're in the middle of something right now, and I feel like you're a way bigger
I'm
problem
sorry.
than they are.
My son.
Well, then address us and not them.
My son Yino.
I thought they.
My son Yino?
5?
Everything's kind of how it was
Kiko
before.
wants to know about
Tell us
5.
about the 5.
Yes. What
One
is
at a time,
Oh,
please.
now I
Yeah,
feel
tell us
bad.
about
I was
the 5.
excited about my donkey, and now he's
Kiko
sad.
Harder was
Okay, I've answered so many of your questions,
That's
and
true.
you've all given me different answers to my one question. So here's the deal.
What would you
What's
like?
the question?
I need some honesty, or
That
I'm
is
gonna.
literal. No, I'm sorry. Look, and then I'm gonna go, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," and then I get an automatic audience with any lord. By the way, so I'm gonna say, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," by the way. And
She
I'm gonna
says
do
it.
a whole thing, and I'm gonna
Not
bow, and I'm gonna be like,
There's no. Actually, you know what? I feel like it's even better if, like, just from like the forest, we hear.
We can
Like as soon as she
prove
goes
what
to
the
bow,
fuck
just
we're
from
gonna do
somewhere in the woods, you hear like a trumpeter. Like, she's like, that's normal for her, but everybody
No,
else
it's-
is like, what?
I don't even react because that always
that's
is
just-
what happens
yeah.
when I go. Look, I represent the glory and majesty of her love, the goddess of Soon, and I am a paladin who fights in her honor for the nation of.
The goddess of Soon.
Well, I am not entirely sure what nation I am currently sworn to, but I am Dawn. I believe my last name is Peyote, but that may have been one that I came up with on the way. Look, I'm not
roll
100%.
persuasion check.
See?
Oh,
You said
You
your,
just
suppose-
mentioned one of the 5. He's
you
not gonna
said your
believe you.
name.
I'm not doing great on persuasion. Do you think I should roll at a disadvantage? Because
Good luck.
I'm currently lost for words.
No, just
Just do
regular.
it.
No,
Just do it.
regular? Okay.
Just do it.
I would say disadvantage, but you're literally
She rolled
exactly
pretty
the
good.
description of
I
Sean.
actually rolled weirdly good. All right. Whoa! My persuasion is crazy high because I'm an old lady. 22.
I'm gonna step
Our
out.
John.
respect to the elders.
It's true.
Dawn.
That's why I made it all high. Yeah. Is that
Don
nice?
Quixote.
So you're a drunk paladin coming out of the forest named
Yes.
Dawn.
Well, yes.
Can I?
And I'm gonna sip
My
whatever grog I have at the moment.
My hands.
And you want to
Obviously.
see the mayor of Knight's Refuge?
No, it's not that I want to. It's that I have a divine right to, and then I'm going to show my little talisman that I'm a divine paladin of Soon.
Yo.
There you go.
Ah.
Look,
I
it's
have an
right
idea.
here.
What's up? What
It
can I
would
help?
sear the skin of anyone who was not me.
I'm gonna come out there, and I'm gonna say.
No, that's provable. She's got a fucking.
It's true. You literally cannot put this.
I'm just
gonna
adding
do
that
it.
into the whole pot of like all of the different lies that have been shot at her already.
I mean,
No,
I,
It's raising the bar, but like you guys also like the bar.
Look,
I have amnesia.
no,
I got hit
I'm
in the head with a
sorry.
rock. I'm drunk.
I
You
didn't
may
claim
touch
anything.
this
I
if
said
you
I was
like.
sober before.
Lexi, your turn.
thank you.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say my name is Al.
It's true.
Al.
Al. Aliphanor Zalician.
Oh, you gotta roll persuasion.
But I go by Al. My son's name is Yino. You know, he doesn't look like me.
Are you guys the actors?
What actor?
Did Quirrell hire actors?
Oh,
Who's
that's right. You know, he died.
Who's a Quirrell? Who's a Quirrell?
The mayor. He hired actors for the reenactment, didn't
No.
he?
What I'm sorry.
I'm
Jesus.
gonna.
You guys don't have to
skip.
start
Guys.
until.
Can we show them the marks?
The marks are gone,
I don't
dude.
think you have the mark.
The marks are gone.
Can-
What am I smelling?
Sir.
What if the marks been gone?
Sir, ma'am, I'm Al. This is Kellyan. We have
Hi.
Jonas. We
Yeah,
have
I
Dawn.
got it. I know the name. We've all heard the stories
Kiko?
before.
That's Kiko.
Yeah, we've heard about.
Mark, but
Winston
why are there
Churchill.
five?
Expected
guys?
you to be. Expected all of you to be taller, but
Oh, and then I will shapeshift into giant elk form.
guys,
Whoa! All
listen,
of a sudden, dude,
save
you're
it.
really- you're
Save it
escalating.
for.
You're escalating.
Yeah.
Escalating.
That
I
was-
do not care. My character.
Listen, save it for the show or whatever he hired you guys for.
Can I
That's
roll?
fine.
He doesn't smell
Persuasion?
evil, right?
No.
Am I going to raise
Oh.
the
I was
roll?
supposed to, no, we're not fighting
That's
them.
fine.
I don't have to talk anymore.
Guess we lost.
You guys,
That's right.
it's hard to get your faces in this when your
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
your faces are.
Rage.
We're
You said you
not-
rage?
We're not fighting them.
No, but I can go in a rage.
Listen, if you guys are the actors, we can
You
take
can't
you
go
there.
in rage
Never
mode
something I've
unless-
ever
Can you act being a druid?
This is in character, by the way. I'm rubbing my face.
It's like Kelly and Al are just over there like,
Woo!
there's a giant elk. Geeko's like, they
I'm just gonna
kidnapped
put my hand
me.
on the Kellyan. I need a fucking drink.
Hard, so do I. Where'd be the local bar?
And he does the screech.
Can
Hold
you just
on.
point
Hold
us-
on, I can still do this, and then I'm gonna take my magic thing, and this is how you know that I'm a paladin. Literally, you cannot take this from me unless you're a paladin of Soon. You will
paladin?
burn if you touch this. But also, PAH! And then I'm gonna do the light thing, where the light pops out from
Ah!
my shit. So now you know I'm legit. I'm
My
a paladin,
eyes.
and the
I know
whole
how to
light
solve
thing
it. I
happens.
got
Or just point us in the way of the
I
challenge.
can do it even while
Strange to see an actor with a paladin pass, but I suppose we all have to make our coin.
Where'd be the town?
Yes, listen,
I
guys.
rolled a persuasion
can't fake
at 20
druid, man.
fucking
Can we
times.
finish talking to these before? Just go north, or wait for us to finish with them, and then we'll
Fine.
all go north.
Well, so
I'm
gonna
gonna
grab
Fucking 20 feet.
my
start
wine
walking.
sack.
This is a-
You have alcohol.
I'm gonna grab my wine sack.
Oh, roll for that, guys.
Major illusion.
Why?
You can make
Just,
a
I
major
meant just
illusion
drink it.
23
Don't, you don't have to roll. Just drink.
I was gonna say.
18.
And then they have to roll
Plus
pretty
that.
high.
All right,
You have to
so you
walk
guys are
over
close
to
enough
determine whether or not
now
it's
that the
They
woman
walk
turns
into
around
and pass a
and
check.
continues talking to the group of non-human, smaller humanoids. I still think
You
they're
said it right. Yeah, they're
yeah, they're still humanoids, but smaller. The other larger gentleman, who was kind of like had them behind him, kind of like turns to then face you guys. They swap positions. She's asking them questions like, you know, what's your business in Knight's Refuge? Do you mind if we take a look at your cart? Where are you coming from? Have you stirred up any trouble? Should we expect any trouble from anything that you've stirred up? Etc., etc., etc. While that is all happening, again, you still have it on the male goblin, and you will get flashes of kind of like his like a brief history. of his past, and he is lying about some things, not about what's in his cart. He's lying, saying, no trouble, I'm not bringing any trouble. Though you can see that he was just recently, both him, his wife, and the kobold female were all kind of jailbroke out of an orc encampment by the small orc boy. So when he says no trouble, no, not bringing any trouble, you sense that to be a lie. Like, you know that is him lying, and you feel like the fear spike up in him. But the rest of what he says is genuine. He says, we hope to small fingers want to be jewelers or work in town. We have small fingers, we can do small things. Big human hands can't do things that we can do with small fingers. We can make money that way. Me, wife, Tika, and him. Bubba? You want his name to be Bubba? It's not the name that I have written down.
I like Gary's
name do
name
you
better.
What name do you have written down?
Huh?
What name do you have written
We guys don't know that yet.
I think
And also, he does that was supposed to lead into you guys finding out that, but you cast fucking detect thoughts, so.
So I'm gonna not share that information with Al because chains are meant to be broken according to my backstory.
Mhm.
Yeah, freedom. So I'm gonna go up closer to the guards
that too.
and do one of the like slap both their shoulders and be like, look mates, these be some fine gents and they just be passing through. Why you be holding them up and all that?
Oh, and they're gonna say, well, so the female will continue talking to him. The male will say, yeah, it's just, we just gotta make sure people aren't starting no trouble. Things are crazy in town with all the different races running around. It's a bit more difficult to keep them under wraps, but also it's not so difficult considering who they are. But it's good to have people in town.
Yeah. Or Yar, we bring them into town for you.
Yeah.
I love that you said and then you corrected yourself for a moment.
It's like Killian's
Yar.
hiding an Ivy League degree somewhere.
Yes, sir. I mean,
Yar, that be good. Pearl, I get you to the dance.
Often taken as an understanding of important.
Are we be escorting them free?
Like, there's not just druids.
Free of charge.
No, we escort. We're road patrol, and we're at the end of our route, so we take them back with us. If you guys come back the same way, yeah, you can pay tribute, Moparsville. We'll be town in a couple hours.
Alright, let's be a plan.
Sounds good.
And I'm gonna say, hey little ones, let's go.
As we're walking with them, can I have them tell us the story of the five? Ask them to tell us.
Who,
They gotta get away from the lady guard first.
whomstead would you like to ask that?
The lady guard.
So,
Don't listen to this. It's already 5.
So here's what'll happen. The lady guard is gonna say. So she's talking to them. She's like, "Okay, so you're trying to become permanent residents? You're not just coming for the festival. You want to be permanent residents." And then the goblin male again. No one else has talked except the goblin male. He's gonna say, "Yeah, no, we want to live in the town. We heard this place good for all races. We have tribute to pay. Please don't take." And she's like, "What do you mean you have tribute to pay?" And he takes out what takes him 2 hands because he's a goblin, but what looks like would fit in the size of a human, and it looks like a diamond, uncut, but a fist-sized humanoid diamond, but for him, 2 hands. And she's like, put that away. And she like looks over at you guys to see if you're looking over at him.
Wait, she goes, wait, with her eyes in medieval terms, she goes, you guys cool?
No,
We're
she
yeah,
like,
we're cool. We're cool.
she's like, put that away. And like she looks over to see if you guys saw that.
Did we see it?
Are we cool?
I mean, yeah, you guys just like he wasn't hiding it. He's like, yeah, we have this to pay, like room and what he thought would be like room and board or something along those lines. You guys have no fucking clue where he got it, but that's even a larger diamond than any of you have seen on your adventures.
So,
I feel less
I'll steal it. You gotta steal it.
No, wait.
Matt, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna get yourself killed.
What did he do?
He's trying to steal the diamond.
I'm saying we all should like.
Could I slap him?
Matt, do
Ocean's
you
11
remember
Heights.
the thing where you were?
Could I just roll the slap?
You remember his campaign?
Do I have
I'll
to
let
go
you
initiative?
guys talk through that.
No, I don't actually want to steal it, but I want.
Because I'm.
It's an idea. We should all.
Look, all I want to do is get back to Sacha. If you want to crack that up, then you take it up with me. Personally. And I'm gonna say that as an old woman who's very mad. And not Matt.
I didn't want.
It's not me that you.
No, no,
I'm
she's
killing
super
you.
friendly.
It's because Dawn is really
Make
upset
kissy
because
noises
she
at
loves Sacha. And
She
Sacha's
lost
more.
her ass.
Sacha's more than just an ass.
See, you
Or
lost
she
your
be a
pet.
whole ass.
So here's the deal.
No, but she is more than just an ass.
You guys,
Baby.
you guys can't have this conversation right next to the guards.
Pagan.
No, but I did yell at him because I'm mad and depressed.
Yeah. All right. So she says, "Put that away," and you see the goblin kind of quickly stuff it away, and she's gonna lean down and whisper into his ear. Go ahead and roll perception checks for all y'all.
Can I just understand it? Because I'm detecting his thoughts?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool.
Where's my?
Oh,
I just had a. Oh no. Oh, it's probably over here.
that's very appropriate. I only rolled a 6.
Oh damn it.
It's because you're distracted over that ass.
24.
It is a great ass.
24.
Or, but there's other asses.
And you
Four.
be careful how you talk about my
Yeah.
ass. Alright?
Okay, Grandma. Don
I
Peyote's
get
like
to
60,
perceive
right? No,
something.
she's like 300 something.
Here, I won't share since it sounds like so many people rolled high. So she's gonna
Go
whisper
upside
into
your
the
head.
goblin
You
male's
be
ear.
6 times me age.
Wait, Matt's the only person who told you his
God,
Roll.
stay my hand.
Hmm?
Alright, I'm
Matt's
fine.
the only person who told you his
I don't
roll.
believe in.
No, everybody can roll to try and listen.
Oh. Okay.
I
I
got
only rolled a
20.
6.
Because I can read his thoughts.
I was gonna say I got 18, so.
Yeah.
Why
So
would I
she's gonna help him stuff that back away, and she's gonna say, first thing we need to know when we get back is where you got that, and the second thing is what to do with it. So you need to talk to Quirrell when you get into town, but don't show anybody else that diamond. And then she'll go ha 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 and slap him on the back and like, let's head to town. And they'll start. And it looks like the half-orc boy walks up to the front of the wagon and just kind of like picks it up and like starts walking.
Are the guards walking with him?
Yeah, they're walking along. They're gonna start escorting him back to town.
And so that's when I walk up to him. On a
Easy.
walk, can you tell me about this
The 5.
Who are you asking specifically?
The female one.
I like
The
how-
female guard? Yes, the 5.
There's 6 of us, so that's fine with you.
Yeah,
Our Winston Torch shall not be existent.
I'm there.
Wait, keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was,
Somebody picked evil.
I was there before Geeko.
Huh? No.
I don't think he's read them yet.
Oh,
Well, it's
Geeko,
because Dawn.
Geeko
Nobody
never
fucking
has
knows who
the
Dawn
mark.
is. She
They
didn't
came
go
with,
into
if they know Sasha, they know Dawn.
They know
Right,
something.
right. But when we appeared in town, Dawn
How many
wasn't
people
there.
got left behind?
Alive.
Was it 5?
Eno, Pagan,
Dawn, Pagan,
Damon,
and Beck.
Beck, and
What-
the dude, the
What-
scared dude.
Well, that's the thing is when we appeared in town, Dawn wasn't
my
one of
God,
the
I know his
people that
name.
You
appeared.
gave him your first
I
accent,
did.
dude.
You
So
fucking
Jay.
forgot
Hold on.
Tomlin.
Tomlin. I'm bad with names, Gary.
Those are the 5.
Okay.
There's more than 5 though.
All right.
We're ready to hear about the 5, man.
Yeah, let's just listen.
Sorry, I'm just making sure that I don't.
Also, before we get back to town, I think we should break like food and.
Oh, yeah,
I want to hear this and then do
I
that.
brought vegetables.
Okay, so you guys are the actors, and it seems like you fit the bill quite suspiciously nicely, and that's good, I guess. Quirrell must have spent some extra amount of money on you. But the are you still an elk right now?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's a huge elk following the party. Okay. The festival honors the sacrifice of those who gave themselves to stave off the forces of darkness. so many years ago. It wasn't really all that long ago.
It was like 3 or 4
It
years.
wasn't really all that long ago. Thank you. And she's talking to you guys when she says this. Legend has it that a group of about 100 heroes assaulted a fortress of an evil goddess by the name of Shart.
I walked up at the right time. That was good.
Shart!
Oh.
They battled through legions of undead, monsters, traps, and even some giants. Even took pity on one of the giants and spared it. When they finally had beaten their way to the throng of the evil lair, the subsequent battle was so violent, a literal angel fell dead from the heavens from the shock of it. They might have all made it back if it wasn't for the traitorous demon. He was one of the 5. He was among them in the guise of a man. He betrayed the group, trapping them inside. To this very day, they're still trapped inside.
The necromancer.
He's one of the fucking 5.
So only 4 of them actually made it out to return and tell the tale. So now we have an annual celebration in town where we remember the dead and cherish the living.
Who were the 5?
Who are the 5?
Who were the 4?
So there was a...
No, do the 5 first.
The 5 first? Well, I mean, it includes the 4. So we had a Dragonborn knight. He's actually still in town. We call... He's just called the dragon or the commander.
When she says I'm gonna go.
Did you want to say
That's
anything?
it.
She's like, yeah, I know, right?
He's in town. I can't say things. I'm just
Continue.
Sorry.
No, you're an elk.
No, I'm just. That's my own excitement. Sorry. Continue.
He made a weird.
There was the world's greatest rogue. Said that his bravery was so strong, he would purposely fail traps. His name was Tomlin.
What?
There was
2 of us aren't even.
there was a barbarian
It
who
was the
was
ones left behind, you fuck faces.
Wait.
there was,
Oh! It
There were-
wasn't even us.
that's why they were called the 5.
They came
It's not the
back
story
and
of the sick,
told
it's the story of the 5.
Can
There
I
was
make English angry sounds? Just.
They came back and lied to everyone.
yes.
All we gotta do is find the fuckers.
Let's just look.
Wait.
So now we're gonna
Look,
kill the
sorry.
5.
Story!
We're
I'm
listening,
sorry,
we're
but
listening.
that's
I
hilarious.
can't
Keep
I
going.
cannot.
No, I
Sorry.
absolutely wanted to elicit these type of
We gotta-
reactions.
That's fucking
we gotta
hilarious.
kill the
That's
5.
great. That's
We're on camera.
We gotta kill him. We gotta kill him.
All right. So we're
allowed to react emotionally.
we're at Tomlin, right?
Okay.
You said
We have the current mayor of the town, the greatest sorcerer to ever live, Black Hat Quirrell.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes.
And then the strongest woman to ever survive. It was said that she got so bored of the fighting, she threw down her axe and started just strangling the demons.
The sausage.
Alice,
Just took all of our money.
Alice
Sausage-
Becker,
The sausage slayer.
Whatever.
the Sausage Slayer.
That's her name. It's definitely her name. Come on.
Or you be an elk, you be shutting up
Yeah,
now.
you be saying.
These are not character things.
And whilst they were the only ones to survive, they weren't the ones that staved off the darkness. But you guys will find out soon enough. There's an effigy to them right at the beginning of Knight's Refuge. So,
Well, we're gonna tear it down.
Dude,
Or what's be an effigy?
like, it's a statue
an
to the
ET?
remembrance of not the 5, but the ones who
agree.
died in the stead of the 5.
Oh, that's
Or it's be a memorial.
How
Hmm?
many is that?
What's that?
How many?
Well, they said 100 went in, but they only commissioned like 6 for the statue. So.
You're still missing
That's
Dino
us.
and Dave.
Or what
Dino
happened
still loves
to
you.
the hyena man?
Look, where is Sacha?
You know, was the.
Oh right, the 5. Oh shit, I forgot about Damon.
You
Or
forgot
not
Dino
Damon.
and Damon.
Yino. So Damon, the betrayer. So they don't know Damon, they know Demon.
Demon the
Oh.
Betrayer.
They call him Demon the Betrayer.
Yeah, he was called.
The Necromancer.
I don't know what his name was, but
Stewart.
we call him
Stuart.
Demon Stewart,
Stuart.
Oh.
the betrayer.
Oh.
Stuart.
And when his time came to help them escape after slaying the great evil, he actually trapped them inside, sacrificing himself and the last 6 that were to face the darkness. Then only 5 returned. Yino, the other one. Yes, he returned as well. We call him the Hound.
Oh.
Alongside
Love it.
the dragon, he's the one that trains us. He helped build up the forces of the guard and turn us into the ferocious individuals that we are today.
My son.
You see, we're 2 factions now. We of the guard have the sword and shield. We've done our adventuring and we prefer the life of settled people. We want to stay in town, guard the roads, and not walk into traps. There's a second faction of us in town that are the adventurers. They're the young ones who still think they need to prove something, and they're also trained there as well. But once you reach a certain age, it's just like, let's hit big figs and call it a night.
Yeah, that's really how
She's
it
moved to
goes.
tears.
You know who knows
She's
about
moved to
hitting
tears.
big figs is a man named Poda. But mostly I want to know, where the fuck is Sacha?
We're on our way to Jesus,
Okay.
everybody fanboys this Sasha so hard.
It's not a fanboyism.
Lexi,
She
I'm
is
trying to give off the
my
vibe of Lil
steed.
Sebastian. Is it working?
Yep.
You can ask about Poder. Find out what happened to him.
Oh, Poda, have you heard of a shit? Of a fucking shit? Of an Arakokra named Poda.
Only when it's been said in sentences like that. Specifically by some of the 5.
Do they always say shit?
Not Demon,
when
though.
they
Demon
mention it.
died like a fucking dog in that
Thank
dungeon.
you. Okay, well now I
Demon
feel better
Stewart.
slightly. Thank you. He
Probably.
really,
Foul
I
creature.
agree with my elk. He really was a.
At this point of talking, just to the guards, not to any of the small creatures, you racists,
Do it.
Oh.
you actually
Fucking do it.
I'm a
enter
small creature.
the remnants.
Fucking do it. See what happens.
What?
Relax, bud.
The remnants of what would seem like the town of Moparsville.
Are you gonna set it up? No.
As you enter, everything looks relatively decayed or ramshackle, almost like it's been disassembled. There is one
Is
building
it because you disassembled
that
those
looks like
miniatures?
it was put to flame.
The bar.
That is the
Okay.
Reynolds household.
Who's the Reynolds?
Bim and Veronica's house.
Okay.
Oh, it's been Veronica's house.
Alright, let's pay them a visit. See if they're right.
That's the only one left.
No, it was put to it was burned to dust.
Oh.
It even collapsed inward to that basement area,
Jesus
and it's
Christ.
just a pit of ash right now.
Cause
Because
we let
Porter's
that
got a bad name.
shitting fuck
Yeah,
out.
and it looks like the road like leads like straight through the town.
Course.
It's the
He
only
gets
thing
to live on with
that's-
Sacha. Mm.
actually intact is the graveyard, and the same amount of graves remain that were there before.
Is like the inn still standing, or is it?
It looks like it was disassembled all the way down. Matt, you're kicking the camera.
Matt,
All the way down to the floorboards.
Silence. No, I'll press the thing.
that's a different camera.
It's like not really.
Two- there's 3
It's
cameras.
like I press it,
Boom,
and I hold it,
boom,
it's
boom.
not happening.
So it was disassembled, like everything in the town was disassembled all the way down to the floorboards.
Alright, what a sad day.
Did you guys want to ask any questions about that, or just kind of fucking roll through 10?
I'm gonna go pay
Well, if
respects
it's
We need to
broken,
find
to
the
Demon's
file.
grave again.
No, you guys need to find the file.
Very
Oh.
good. So
All
Matty
I'm
Boy,
interested in is Sacha, so.
Wait.
Yeah, that's fine.
Matty
You can
Boy
ride
goes
me
over
on
and he
finding
notices
that,
that
and I'll go
Okay.
do my own thing.
there are actually
Oh.
still a few, not fresh candles, but it looks like some candles have been burned recently.
On which ones?
All of them.
D-Money.
All of the graves.
No, D-Money's long gone, and he was in a totally different area, and he
It's-
drank glue, and
it's the
he's
glue
dead
grave.
now.
It's
And you
the glue
gotta,
grave.
you gotta.
Whilst
be okay
you
with
guys
that because
talk about that,
It was also at the Dawnfort that happened. I named
Where
it
do we
that.
have to go for the setup?
No, it was Don's home.
The Dawnfort.
um,
Dawnfort
Dawn's
because I
Hole
like
is
it better.
you guys notice
I like
the
Dawnfort.
goblins
There's goblins. There's goblins. There's goblins.
talking to.
Yes, the two
sorry.
that we're talking.
I'm sorry. Gary, we've been drinking a
I
lot.
said it like 6 times.
Alright,
Gary,
There's
the
goblins
Gary.
hanging out talking.
You
No,
are so
They're with
patient.
you. They're
Good
the
job.
You started talking to them.
I gave you a lot of things. Hey, that's fine. I'll give you more.
You know.
I don't know. It's just like a word. Like when you say there's goblins, it's like combat. You know
Thank
what I mean?
you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for putting up with this, by the way.
We're sorry.
Piss
We're
her
Hey.
sorry.
off and she's gonna fucking
Cheers.
You guys notice
Huh?
She's evil.
She's
the
actually
2 goblins,
fucking
the male and the female, as well as the female kobold, are all kind of whispering to each other, looking down at something, and then looking at you guys, and then looking down as we seem to have paused inside Moparsville.
Is it like they have like a
It's like we've been recognized.
No, they
by
have like
people
a
who care about the real story.
they have like an inside joke against us, and then they're all looking at us, and then they laugh.
Seems like trepidation or
Oh.
awe, even.
It seems
Alright,
like
Well, that's not
you know
as
what
seems
that
like
word
you
is.
realize the real fucking thing.
You can still hear his thoughts though, right?
No, don't
So
ask
like,
me.
weird
so
though.
like, these people were being like questioned by the cops, and then we walk in with wild accusations about like stupid shit, and that's what was happening, right? Sort of.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Kind of like these people were all a little bit worried about getting questioned by the cops, and then a big troop of fucking assholes walks in, saying totally different.
No, I
things.
changed my mind. No. These people were being questioned by cops looking for refuge in a place that was created by a benevolent group of individuals who didn't care for a race of a creature but still allowed it to reside in that town. And because of that, they thought that they might be able to seek refuge there as
It's
well.
the new America.
Now, a group of similar and almost identical fucking individuals just appeared out of the forest on their way there. And they're pointing at something in their hands, looking at you, pointing at their hands, as the guards wait impatiently at what they consider like a tourist stop on their way back home to like get food and money.
What you be looking at there?
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Who are you? Which one are you speaking to?
Whichever one has the things in their hand.
Well, I mean, you have to like, so you're like approaching
The
them.
kobolds.
You can like,
The
you can just like
goblins?
walk over and like look down at them because they're like tiny. So like you almost like rest your belly like on
I'm
top.
gonna lift up my belly a little
You're
bit.
like,
I've been seeing this game
you recognize that it is like
I know how to do it. I just can't physically.
it's just like
get the last
a
piece.
rough sketch or drawing,
But
like
that's why
a
you're at
poster
the end,
of
is that if
the
you know how
ones
to
who
do it,
didn't make
you're
it out
one
of the
that's gonna
dungeons.
show
So
us.
us?
and you
So
see
you have
you
to wait for
guys
these drunken
um,
high assholes
in like
to
just
do it,
fucking
and then you can
triumphant
you should show
poses
us.
as
I-
well.
Is
And-
there is
I know
there an
how
elk on
it's
there?
supposed to be done.
Huh? There is no elk. You're all in like your
That's
human
why you're
forms.
equipped to do it,
Geeko,
and that's
you are
why it's
actually in the
funnier
midst of it,
for the drunken
on
high
top of
to
someone's
do
shoulder. So like you're the
it.
tallest among
For sure.
all of them,
Yes.
Yeah.
on someone's
I'm
shoulders,
doing the best
and you're
I can
holding.
for their guts.
I don't know how to explain it except like the
So
Doom
I-
guy, where you're
it's
holding
the
like a
drunken
crossbow
high.
and like a fucking
So-
wand.
Hell
like,
yeah,
in
And
your
the,
hand.
I got
As
good
you're
cleavage,
shooting.
it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it seems like your features have
So
been.
it's been embellished.
It's
through
been
the ages.
embe- it
What the fuck are
looks
you talking about? That's
like
deep,
you
though.
guys, but it's also
What,
been
cleavage?
embellished.
I will try and draw that. By the
Yeah,
way.
Geeko's got cleavage.
Yeah.
He's
And like when you walk over and you're like, "What are you looking at?" They're like, "Ah!" And they're like they like fucking stuff it back away.
He a fine piece of
Okay then.
scam. Oh no.
Geeko will sign that for you.
He's as you try to walk away, he's gonna say, "See you."
Yes.
Ari Doobie.
Roll persuasion.
7.
That was a 9.
I'm not. Wait,
10.
who's rolling? Only him, right? Because it's not me.
Yeah, they're not sure.
There's no
They're
difference.
like,
They're all the same voice.
take it back out.
Right.
Alright, let me show
He
you.
crumpled it up and he's like,
I'm
looking
gonna
at
pull
it.
the gun sword a little bit and show them like the glowiness, and then like sheath it back.
I don't think anyone's seen the god
Maybe
sword.
they might.
No, they
Look
don't.
at it when it's
Only
like-
you guys would
Is
have
she
known
in
about
that
the
picture?
god sword.
Did we see
Mike?
the picture?
Yeah. It is this group that is in the picture. It is not the 5.
So show
It
her
is
a little-
you
It's the
guys.
6, yeah.
I have my pendant.
Hmm?
Look, I'm quite depressed. All I want to know about is Sacha, and I'm holding up my pendant. I am a paladin of Soon, Look, technically, I am capable of demanding an audience with whomever is the lord of this particular region. And that is what I am currently executing. However, I'm just a bit out of sorts. Look, it's been a long day, okay? And I am a bit out of my spells.
It's been like 1,200 days.
I'm so tired, and just tell me, because look at this, and I can make it go poof, and if you're a fae or a fiend, you must leave, but really, do you need me to do that at this point?
And you said all of that to the goblins?
Yes, that's who I said.
You said all of that to the goblins.
Look,
This is the female.
do they stink? Are they evil? Please hand me that Logan.
So the female will step forward this time and she'll say,
Jim, just somebody.
"We not fae,
Look at you.
we not fiend."
Well, then you won't be affected by it. Look, I'm tired, but I can tell you this right now. Look at this. You see this pendant, and then I'm gonna show it to him. And then, it's gonna be really embedded in his mind. And I'm saying that to you, God, the DM, because I can demand audience with any lord.
He's not
I
a
can
lord.
demand audience with any lord.
He's not a lord.
No, but I can do it with their underlings. That's my right as a paladin.
Are you
That
saying
is
this to the
my
goblins? And they're like, "Yes, yes, yes, I submit."
Please, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Look, from one short person to another. Look, and I'm gonna put my
They're on
hand.
the same.
I'm gonna put my hand on his
Continue
little.
on to town.
Let her talk to the people.
They're not gonna care.
I put my hand on his.
This is
tiny
the only
little
connection we have to our real
goblin
selves.
shoulder, and I'm gonna say, look. It's only us. You know what I
when we
mean?
get
And
to
we're gonna
town,
do a
you'll
little
see
fist bump,
Sancha.
please. And that's all I wanted to
Sancha's
do.
in
Oh,
town.
I
okay.
had something more
Yeah, we
clever
really
than I
need to
was.
see the people to know who we are, for sure.
Yeah, so you said you wanted to see Sancha. That's why I said let's get to town.
All I want
Let's
to
bring
do
the
is
people.
not.
Sancha's in town.
If these people come
Sancha
with
is
us,
in
if
town.
these people come with us,
Do
and
you
they
know what
believe that we
Sancha-
are
Already
who we are,
coming with us.
Sancha the
but
donkey.
if they believe that we are who we are.
The goblins aren't gonna
and
know. They're gonna
there's
shake their
resistance
heads. The
in
kobold
town,
as
like-
well. And the half-orc
I know.
child.
But do you think that he's just gonna
Watermelon.
let us just be ourselves?
What?
No.
I know
There's
how-
gonna
The
be
guards
I
will
don't
again
think
say,
there's resistance
"Yeah,
at all.
she's our
Because
town
know.
mascot. She's in
there's-
town."
I know.
We're halfway
what they're
there.
saying
I
is
know
that
when to get
there is
fruits.
A big, like,
Ah,
statue.
History has been
Papayas?
written by the people that are
Yes.
alive.
Bananas.
But
It
there's
was.
a big
I'm sorry.
statue
That was a different
commemorating
campaign.
us
Never
for
mind.
fighting
Sorry.
for them.
In a different campaign,
We
there was
went on and fought
goblins that
more.
was like
They got to
super
stay
all about
alive.
fruits,
How
and they were like,
much do you
"Oh, all
trust
goblins
those
love
people?
fruits," and
It's
never
like,
mind.
what's
One
it-
of them
I
is
was
my
like,
husband,
what?
and the other one is
Watermelon,
my son.
bananas, papaya.
And one of them's a
Alright, let's
How
just go,
about
let's
an
just go.
orange?
We just need to
I'm
find.
sorry,
we just need to
never
find
mind.
it.
And one of them's
It was a
Tomlin,
totally different
who I
case.
gave
We
my
just need to
ex.
find it.
Right.
My only ex that
What's
I've ever
your,
used.
one's your girlfriend?
Oh,
What's
well,
my
then that's
husband?
all we
What's
One's
your
my kid.
What's
That
my
would be the
kid?
thing that I would go for.
All
I
right.
just was trying to go for Sancha.
We continue
To town.
to make our way towards Knight's Refuge. You guys have one last conversation
It's still
opportunity with
called-
either the guards or the goblins, as it seems the
It's
town
still called Dawn.
There's gonna be a fight in town.
might be approaching. You do hear a bell toll in the distance.
Aw.
Bong.
There's gonna be a fight. It's not gonna be easy.
Bong.
You kidding? It's gonna be easy.
Nothing in life is
Bong.
easy. Except for, wait, remember.
Bong.
Okay, so we make it to town.
An elch.
You hear an elk scream.
An elch screeches in the distance. An
elch
elch
screeches.
screeches in the distance.
From within.
Bong.
How do you do that?
Bong. The goblins get more nervous as
What's
they
be that
approach.
for? I'm asking in general if anyone wants to answer.
Oh. Ew.
The guards lean in and they say,
Oh.
"That's what we were trying to get back for. The initiation of the festival. The dragon has to defend his right as the commander."
Alright, let's go!
They play it on the big screen at Big Figs. It's totally dope. Alright, let me go grab. This is all gone now.
That's fine. Are we in town?
Yeah, actually, that's good. Just turn it down a little bit. That's good. We've got some ambiance
that
now.
Was crazy loud.
You can turn off the TV then.
True.
It's a dumb idea. A better idea. I'm gonna turn off the TV, guys. I'm so
Yeah.
smart. I'm so smart, guys. Glad I thought of it.
You
All right.
did it. It was all you.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys work your way into the, I just kicked this. The center of town. Again, guards, tiny caravan plodding along. Geeko, another female kobold. You didn't want to say a single fucking thing.
There was a lot of talking.
Okay.
Sure. Geeko can.
There's a lot of opportunities for us to find out backstory here.
Okay.
There's no Sacha around,
Geeko?
right? Just before I bust in, before anybody else like says anything, I don't
You
see
haven't
a
seen
Sacha.
any sign. All you've heard is
Alright.
rumors of a fucking magnificent ass
But I don't see
that
an ass.
lives in the town of Night's Refuge.
Because I don't want to cut you off because I already have. I'm just saying that I don't see a magnificent ass, and so I'm not going to run towards it. Thank
Nope,
you.
not
Alright,
yet.
cool. Thank you. That's what.
Whenever she sees that fine ass, she'd like to
Yeah.
sprint.
Right.
I'm guessing.
I'm withholding action.
What brings you kobold
Withhold
to
your
town?
action.
What language are you speaking in?
Draconic.
What?
Excellent.
Yeah.
She understands that entirely and responds thusly in a guttural and also very eloquent language. Eloquent and elegant.
Elephant. It's
Eloquent.
It's an elephant.
It's
Language.
an elephant language.
Yeah. It's called.
I don't speak
It's-
elephant.
You can't make animal noises.
Elephant. And she
Oh.
responds.
Oops. I'm sorry. To everyone.
And she responds
It's
with.
elephant language. It's a little
It's fine.
sloppy.
Yeah, it's a little sloppy. It's fine.
Or that wasn't very
That child broke us out of the cage.
What cage?
Nowhere else to go. We were
Stop throwing things.
orc prisoners until the child broke us out.
Oh, it's me.
What?
You alright?
With my tribe destroyed, I have nowhere else to go. We were told that. We were told there was a cat nearby.
Oh, there is.
Is her cat with us?
There's a mayor that's.
You guys have not seen Sassy or Sasha. We were told rumors of a village or a town where all races were given a chance to be themselves regardless of savagery or heritage. They could not be a goblin or a kobold, but a Tika or a whatever his name is. The DM just forgot.
Oh.
They could be judged by their own actions instead of that of their race.
Bubba? Aww.
No,
That's why he forgot it. Is because
You
it
know?
doesn't matter. It's because a
You know?
utopia can't actually exist.
Peter,
That's why he
Peter.
forgot.
Peter and Teeter,
Beater.
And
the goblins.
Peter.
Yes,
keep.
And
You know the
White
ones-
Teeter.
I
Peter
was.
and teetering on the edge of beating her.
Nice.
Got it. All right.
Got it.
That's how we remember. You guys, this.
Very important.
My name's Tika, though. What's yours?
Geeko.
No, what's your not your stage name? What's your real name?
Geeko.
This would
Okay.
This would have been the session to
She
watch.
does like the Frodo
Where's
face.
the guest?
Keep your secrets.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any kobolds since my tribe was destroyed and enslaved by the orcs. It's nice. You there? You planning on staying after
You're
acting?
good.
Geeko no act, but Geeko can stay.
What? How do you know this?
Okay.
I've talked to
Cool.
Lexi.
Tight.
But also,
Or I would never make you smell his airs.
let me talk. They're from the future, dude.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to seduce the dragon.
So now you know I'm legit.